What up, guys? Back here with another video. We're still on this Will / Chris Rock thing. Whenever this guy speak, there's no sugarcoating it when it comes to D.L. Hughley. If you guys don't know who D.L. Hughley is, he is one of the original kings of comedy with Bernie Mac, God bless his soul, massive comedian right there. You got Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, and you got D.L. Hughley. You already know there's not a comedian that's gonna be happy about this, because I've heard a lot of different comedians are saying that, if he could do this, he can open the door. Will Smith can open the door for other people now to, whenever they're not happy about what you say on stage as a comedian, they can come and hit you or do whatever, which I understand where they're coming from. I was interested to see what he had to say, so here we go.
Tremendously sad, because it was a night that there were several things people should have been proud of, and even though the night I think turned out to be something other than people planned, there were a lot of moments to be proud of. Questlove winning, the fact that two women of color and three women in general were hosting the show. There were several people who were grateful and honorable. What I thought, and as to the question of whether what happened last night was right or wrong, when you hit somebody, that is illegal. And the only reason nobody didn't go to jail is because nobody can press charges. So if you have a question as to whether that was right or wrong, if it's illegal and could potentially be a felony, it's probably wrong. If you told somebody you didn't like something somebody said and you punched him in front of people, you more than likely would go to jail.
Yeah.
Having said that, Will Smith was integral in my life. When I was a warm-up for many years, because I was on the show initially as a warm-up. I got fired because people didn't like me. Alfonso Rivera's father didn't like me, and he got me, and I was fired. Weeks later, Will called me back, and I was a warm-up for the duration of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And he knew that I needed, back then I think it was $10,000 in SAG due. You had to make $10,000 in wages to get benefits, or you couldn't. He knew I had a family, and he was just remarkable. It was remarkable to watch what he'd become. It was remarkable to watch somebody who went from a rapper to a TV star to the biggest movie star in the world. And now on last night, he did something no other person, black or white, very rarely has done. Achieved box office success, and all of a sudden the critical accolades, the best actor. And that is not what people are talking about.
That's true.
I can say this. I like everybody else. I like everyone else out there can only speculate. But I can say this. Planes don't crash because one thing happens. Planes have redundant systems in place, so that if this thing goes wrong, then things stop. When planes crash, you can believe that sequentially a lot of things went wrong, and that happens when people snap. And you only have to look at what happened. Like I like you, saw Will, hear the joke and laugh initially, and then something happened. Now, I can't tell you what that was, what the trigger was, but I can tell you this. It seemed to be certainly more than a joke.
Absolutely.
Than that joke that day. You only had to...
When I first saw the video, first couple people I called when it happened was Eric, because me and Eric, massive fans of both guys. Called my friend to ask him, like, yo, did you see what just happened? What did my friend tell me right away? He goes, yo, it wasn't about the joke. This did not come from the joke. This behavior, this action that Will did, that came from years of stress.
Look at what he said in his acceptance speech and how emotional he was and how he talked about the disrespect he had to take and the things that people had done to him. And I remember very early on that some of the things that people would say were more jealously based. But then later on, they've gotten more sinister, more acrimonious, more mean, more hurtful. And I can tell you this, that a lot of the things we know because that information comes directly from that family. A lot of it.
No, that's very true.
There is an entire verbiage. If you say entanglement, you know exactly what that means. That didn't come from other people.
So if you guys don't know what entanglement is, by the way, that's something that when I first saw this video, I think it was a year or two ago. I don't remember exactly when. So Jada has a show, I think it's with her mom. I don't know exactly. I've never watched the show, to be honest. It's called the Red Table. What they do, they go on that table and they just put their stuff out. They just talk, right? So The only reason I knew about what the red table was, it was when she literally put Will Smith on the red table. She had an affair with an R&B singer. His name is August Alsina. So the son, I'm sure all of you know that, but if you didn't know, he's an R&B singer. He is a good friend of Will Smith's son. Now, when I saw that video, I was like, why are you putting all this stuff out? You know, that's what he's talking about.
Now, of course, the public is going to pontificate and to guess and to rumor monger. That is only natural. That's what happens, and that's unfortunate. But to give them something that they can use against you, to give them the club that then hurts you to the extent that you're crying about it in a very emotional way, seems to be counterintuitive. If the attempt was to protect your family and to protect your wife, don't look on the internet now, because some of the things they're saying are even more hurtful.
Yeah.
Even more hurtful. It is a shame that on a night that should have been celebratory, on a night where we saw things that we'd never seen before, we saw a thing we'd never seen before.
That's true.
And it's sad. But it
Very,
says a
very
lot
sad
about what we allow people to have access to, and the things that we allow, that we hold precious, that we let people use against us. And not on purpose. I think it's great to try to be transparent, but there are things that come along with that.
Exactly what I said.
That people repeat and regurgitate and rumor about are things that come from that very family, and that's a shame. Now, if that's how you want to be, no one can stop you from saying anything you want to say, but understand who people are. When you're telling us, when you're crying, when you're emotional about something you've gone through, it was not just that day. It was a series of days. There have been some humiliating things that have happened. We all have those things happen in our families, in our relationship, in our business.
For sure.
We just mostly don't have to do them out loud.
That's right.
But I would say this. I don't think you owe it to people to give them the club that they beat you with. I don't think you owe it to people to give you the knives that they cut you with or the ammunition they use to blow you apart.
So in a nutshell, what he's saying in this video, he's basically saying all this came from the family. The fact that they put their stuff out there way too much. And I agree, man. I agree. Like, there are certain things like you should keep to yourself. You should keep it between your family, you know. She had an affair. I've also heard many things throughout the years that they had like a open relationship. I don't know, bro. By the way, also I just got on my Instagram, I saw something they banned Will for 10 years. I don't know how true this is, but I just saw that. Anyways, guys, let me know your comments, subscribe, share, thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Love you guys. Peace.